Hey there, welcome to day 2381 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey and sharing information, lessons learned as I originally went from the offline brick and mortar corporate world of businesses in a bunch of different industries to the online world, helping other businesses to grow and build and supersize, as well as doing an annual challenge. I've been doing annual challenges, since I was probably a teenager. I would pick something I wanted to improve and I would work on it a little bit every day for an entire year. And I learned early on that that was a really incredible strategy, breaking something down into little tiny bite-sized pieces in order to get something that I wanted, to achieve something that I wanted. I originally, as a teenager, used it to save money to get my first stereo system. I wanted this unbelievable stereo system to have at home. I used to be a huge music fan. I had thousands and thousands of not CDs, they weren't CDs back then, albums and cassette tapes back in the day of music before, in your hand technology, portable technology for music. But I realized early on and at a young age, thanks to my dad for teaching me about goals and my sisters about goals and objectives and how to get what we want out of life, that doing annual challenges was a really incredible and powerful tool. And guess what? The vast majority of the world will never do it. They'll never commit to doing something every day. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. A lot of times we just do a little thing. We ask a question and we answer it, or we pay attention to something that we're already doing as we go about our day. But those little things add up exponentially to give us a huge impact by the end of the year. This year's challenge is the Let's Grow annual challenge. And today we're focusing on confidence growth. The entire month of August, we are working on confidence and growing in our level of confidence for different situations, different experiences, etc. And today's topic is letting go strategies. How do we let go of something from the past? Because it's usually letting go of something from the past, or a belief that we have that isn't serving us anymore. It probably served us at the time that we adopted the belief. It usually does. But at some point we outgrow that and it's holding us back. It's keeping us stuck in our comfort zone, or it's keeping us locked in a cycle of procrastination. It shows up differently for each and every one of us. It shows up in the same way for a lot of us, but it shows up differently depending on the situation, depending on the thing that impacted your confidence in the first place. But we all have things that chip away at us that happened, and we blow them out of proportion. We make them bigger than they ever were. I was sharing the example of one of the jobs I got fired from, because I've gotten fired more than once, or let go, or laid off. The first time you kind of take it personally, but after that you're like, it probably really isn't about me. It's about this situation. And in that one in particular, it was definitely not about me. And I took it personally for like at least a year and a half. It was a really long time. And then it had negative impacts on me. It would pop up every once in a while. And so I needed to find some ways to actually let that experience go. What had been like a 10-minute interaction literally replayed over and over and over again in my mind thousands of times. And every time it played, it got worse and worse and worse until I stopped, used NLP on it. Thank you, Tony Robbins. And eliminated that and just changed it and took all the emotional charge out of it for me once and for all. But it took me a year and a half before I actually went ahead and did that. I wallowed for a year and a half over something that was a 10-minute experience, right? We do that so often, and it holds us back and harms us in ways that we can't even imagine. So as soon as we become aware of something like that, we want to say, okay, how am I going to let that go? How am I going to get rid of that? So we talked about those strategies today, and I shared some fun ways that I've let things go in the past. And for Supersize Your Business, we're working with a law educator, and we're discussing and exploring how we can use chat marketing and automation technologies, leading edge technologies, to serve their clients better, get them more opportunities, etc. And we talked about how we're doing that. That's it. That's all I've got today. Happy Monday. If I can help you in any way, or if you've got a question, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.